Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. Okay, man, we back. Talk some NBA. Got two stories here. Richard Jefferson discredit and basically rips Tim Duncan's entire career and basically called him a fraud. But before we get into that, the Lakers have chosen Dion Waiters and signed him for the remainder of the season, according to Bleacher Report. And J.R. Smith not going to have a job. But let's talk about it. We back. Goodfella Sports TV. Don't forget to check out our NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. And yes, the Lakers have chosen Dion Waiters. They worked out J.R. Smith. They worked out Dion Waiters. J.R. Smith was supposed to get worked out, I think, before or right when Dion Waiters got cut. And then Kobe Bryant ended up passing away. And still, rest in power to the brother Kobe Bryant, one of my top 5 favorite players of all time, of any generation of basketball. But, you know, Dion Waiters is a guy that is, how can I say it? He is instant offense. You know, he was trending to be an all-star in Miami, playing very, very well, got injured, and him and Pat Riley started bumping heads. But he can spot up and shoot. But basically, what he's known for is getting his own shot. And he can create a shot for others. But he mind you of Jamal Crawford, Lewis Williams. If he can embrace that bench role, you know, I think he would embrace the bench role. If he can embrace it, he would be a better off the bench than Kyle Kuzma is for him. Because Kuzma's young, and that's just not him. Kuzma's still adjusting to the NBA. Now you want him to go from being a starter to LeBron's sidekick to a guy off the bench. But Dion Waiters can get buckets. If his mind right and he in shape and he ain't partying, and you take basketball away from a guy like him, like Dwayne Wade said, he struggles. But remember, he was with LeBron. I think when LeBron went back to Cleveland and they traded him. I can't remember who they traded him for, but him and Kyrie was bumping heads. They both had an alpha male mentality, and most people threw Dion Waiters under the bus. But now we know Kyrie is a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people got a lot of apologizing to do to Dion Waiters. But, you know, JR would have fit well, too. I think JR is a better defender, but he can spot up and shoot, too. I'll take JR as a spot-up shooter and a defender over Dion Waiters. But if they trying to bring Waiters off the bench where he can create his own shot, he gives you something that no other Laker gives you as far as the guards. I mean, who they got? Avery, Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Hated him when he was with the Detroit Pistons. If you're from Detroit, you like Detroit Sports Talk, check my channel out, by the way, Motor City Sports Talk as well, too, right here on YouTube. That's Motor City Sports Talk. But, yeah, I mean, Dion Waiters is going to be perfect for them. He is the only guard they got on the team I can think of that can get his own bucket. You know, he can be like that mini LeBron off the bench, you know, because he can get you a bucket. JR can't do that. JR can spot up and shoot and defend. He good next to LeBron. But Dion, they got other guys that can do what JR can do. Kentavious, Avery Bradley. They got guys, but they don't have Danny Green. They don't have a guy that can go out there. You get a ball to him. You put him in pick and roll with AD, and LeBron can rest on the bench, and he can give you instant offense. Dion Waiters, if he right, and they can whip him in shape, they got around 20 games left in the NBA season, he can be the Clippers' answer to Lewis Williams. And he can be as good as Lewis Williams, you know, if he embraced the role and he can get back to form. So it depends on where his mind is. He lead them edibles along. But Dion Waiters, when he at his best, you know, he's probably one of the best 50 players in the league, in my opinion, when he at his best. And that's few far in between. You know what I'm saying? He in the same ilk as Jamal Crawford, Vinnie Johnson, you know, as far as instant offense, Lewis Williams. But if he can embrace that bench role with the Lakers, this can tip the power in their hand versus a lot of teams, because they don't have a lot of depth or shot creators. LeBron is the guy that can get his own shot. Rondo can create a shot. LeBron can create a shot. But they don't have no other guards that can go out there and get buckets like Dion can. So, you know, I like Dion Waiters to the Lakers. And I see why he got it over JR. Even if their workouts was even, Dion brings something to the table that JR don't. JR, they got that. Danny and the rest of them dudes, and Avery and Caldwell Pope, they are J.R. Smith. So look forward to seeing Dion Waiters. Still one of my favorite players to watch when he right, man. But Richard Jefferson, man, yeah, somebody shared this on my timeline, okay, about Richard Jefferson on ESPN Get Up in the Morning, okay. Richard Jefferson was with Jay Williams this morning, and he said he tired, and I'm paraphrasing. I link this in the description as well, too, under source link, as far as the source link for Dion Waiters joining the Lakers. He actually ripped Tim Duncan and said he tired of seeing Tim Duncan get credit when he don't deserve it. When it was Tony Parker and Greg Popovich has been carrying him his whole career. And basically it started off last night, basically giving him praise. I guess they won, and Tim Duncan was the coach, and Richard Jefferson said it was Becky Hammonds and, Ime Udoka and other coaches on the bench that really did the job, and Tim Duncan was just a figurehead. And then it spawned off to, Richard Jefferson saying he tired of Tim Duncan getting credit for stuff he ain't deserved. But I guess Richard Jefferson, which I don't really like, he like the new Ryan Hollins. He say stupid stuff for shock effect, and he's selling his soul. He's selling his soul for that, right? But I guess he forget, before Tim Duncan got to San Antonio, David Robinson, Sean Elliott, and them couldn't get over the hump. All right, they tanked for a reason to get Tim Duncan, and they got Tim Duncan, and David Robinson didn't win shit till he got Tim Duncan. You take Tim Duncan off them teams, David Robinson never get a championship. Tony Parker and Ginobili don't get a championship. Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward of all time. And he get labeled a power forward because David Robinson was the center, so he became a power forward. Okay? Tim Duncan ain't never hurt a fly in the NBA. Tim Duncan has been a consistent and constant professional. Fundamentals. Fundamentals may have died with Tim Duncan. Big man fundamentals. On the block, drop step, over the shoulder with the right or left hand. Had the mid-range jumper, was a winner. When David Robinson left, he kept winning. I think him and David Robinson only got one ring together, and that's the 1999 lockout season. You know what I'm saying? When they beat the Knicks in the championship. Yes, the Knicks made the championship in 99 because Michael Jordan retired. Okay? So, I don't understand his disdain for Tim Duncan. At the end of the day, does Greg Popovich help Tim Duncan? Yeah, absolutely. Does playing with guys like Tony Parker and Ginobili help Tim Duncan? Absolutely. But does Kobe and Shaq complement each other? Absolutely. Does Tom Brady and Bill Belichick, despite them liking each other at this point, complement each other? Absolutely. Nobody wins team championships alone. We need to, let that go. It takes a team. It's a reason why it's 5 players on the court. It's a reason why it's 15 players on the active roster, whatever it is. If you want to individualize guys, go to tennis. Go to golf. Pete Sampras, Andre Agassi, Serena, Venus, Maria, you know what I'm saying? Coco, Salome, you know what I'm saying? Rory McIlroy, Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, VJ Singh. You can keep going on and on. If you want to just give one person the credit, and then again, it's still a team deal because you got trainers and coaches and all that type of stuff. So for Richard Jefferson to blast Tim Duncan like he's some mark, see, this is what we're not going to do. We're not going to get the Kendrick Perkins and the Richard Jeffersons of the world, guys who were good NBA players, but they wasn't no superstars. So now we got we got good NBA players, and Perk, when he was healthy, he was good. And I like Perk on TV, other than when he feeling himself. And Richard Jefferson, he was solid. He was a solid player before he was a bum in Cleveland. And it all happens. Everybody slow down. People forget Hakeem in Toronto and Patrick in the Supersonics with the Sonics. And they all do slow down, but we're not going to get to ordinary or average NBA players or slightly above average NBA players criticizing GOATs. Tim Duncan he's the greatest power forward of all time. What separates him and Karl Malone is, one, he not a shitty person like Karl Malone, and two, he got rings. And he is the primary reason why San Antonio got rings. Don't forget that. Before him, David Robinson was getting took to school and getting drugged on MVP night by Hakeem Olajuwon. Learn your NBA history, dudes. Richard Jefferson played in the league and he don't know it. So, for people, somebody to disrespect, Tim Duncan, it's going to be Magic, Bird, LeBron. And they wouldn't even do it because they know how good Tim Duncan is. Okay? Now, as a kid, did I prefer Kevin Garnett? Hell yeah, Kevin Garnett is like my second favorite, third favorite player of all time. But Hey, it is what it is, man. I'll link all this in the description so you can see it for yourself under source link. Just touch the title, hit the drop down box. It's right there if you want to make a donation. Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate for your boy Goodfellas to share the video, man. Word of mouth is the best. Check out our NBA Talk playlist. Hopefully we get an NBA live stream, man, pretty soon. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Keep sharing the video. Appreciate the love, support. Check our Facebook group out. Check out our other playlists out. MMA, boxing, NBA, NFL, music, entertainment, the whole nine. It's a one-stop shop. If you're in Detroit, check my other channel out, Motor City Sports Talk, right here on YouTube. One time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We go.